When I lived in Charleston, South Carolina, comfort food meant one thing: shrimp and grits. It's one of the best dishes of all time, and I'm showing you how to make it. I grew up on the old quick grits. I don't think I had real grits until I moved to Charleston, but you want some good stone ground grits. The downside to this is it's going to take at least twice as long to cook. They are a little more expensive, but to me, totally worth it, and a little bit goes a long way, so they're still gonna last you a while. When it comes to cooking grits, you really just need to remember a ratio. 1 part grits to about 4 to 5 parts liquid. So for example, when I'm cooking 1 cup of grits, I'm gonna have 4 to 5 cups of total liquid. Most of the time when I'm making grits, I use a combination of milk or half and half with water. That's gonna deliver you the creamiest grits, and that's what you want. Growing up, I think my mom just made them with water. Mom, what were you thinking? So I've got about 3 cups of water. To that, I'm gonna add a couple teaspoons of salt. To that, I'm gonna add in about 1.5 to 2 cups of half and half. This is just gonna make them super rich. Plain milk works just fine. So I've got total 5 cups of liquid in here, so it's going to cook about a cup of grits. All right, our liquid is just come to a simmer, so I'm gonna whisk in the grits. You wanna stir right when you add it in so it doesn't stick together. It looks like way more liquid than grits because it is, but I promise, especially with these stone ground grits, it's going to absorb it and it needs this much liquid. I like to kind of continually stir it until it comes back up to a simmer, and then just like your rice, you're gonna turn it down. I like to keep them covered while they cook so that all the liquid doesn't evaporate out. That's it. We'll just kind of occasionally stir them while we get our gravy going. Get our sausage kind of sliced up. So we're gonna use the fat from these to help deliver the flavor throughout the rest of the dish. All right, you're gonna need about 1 cup of onion, and then I'm doing a combination of bell peppers because I always buy the multicolored bell peppers because my kids love them. Prep is done. Let's head to the skillet. I've cooked some bacon and I've got that drained over to the side. I'm gonna crumble that on top at the end. I'm also gonna add in the sausage and get that browning in here. It's pretty much cooked. We're just getting it kind of brown and crispy. Our bacon and sausage have cooked. I don't need all of this. I'm gonna save some of this fat for when we do our veggies. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull a little bit out. And then I'm just gonna sear off my shrimp in this delicious goodness. They're not gonna be fully cooked through, but we're adding everything back in at the end. So to my shrimp, I'm just simply seasoning them with a little bit of cayenne pepper and salt. I'm gonna give them a toss. So I'll go ahead and saute these. You definitely don't wanna overcook your shrimp, so just about a minute or 2 is all it needs. But you can see it taking on all that flavor. Right after they've gotten a little color, I'm just gonna set those aside. So I'm going back in with some of that bacon and sausage goodness. And then we're gonna saute our veggies in there. You just wanna cook these till they've softened and the onions are translucent. Once everything has started to soften, I'm gonna whisk in a little flour and some butter. And then we're gonna add in some chicken stock. Now we're just making a gravy, so we're not making a soup here. So we're just gonna add in just enough to really make it a thick, rich gravy. And lemon juice. Next I'm going in with a little Worcestershire, and then back in with our sausage. I'm just gonna let that simmer for about 5 minutes or so. Final step, stir in the shrimp, and then I like to do a little parsley just to brighten it up. Look at that. See what I'm talking about? If you wanna add a little hot sauce, now's the time. I like to add it. Final step with the grits, and this is optional, is to put in a little cheddar cheese. This dish has become popular in a lot of restaurants, but I'm telling you right now, it's a lot cheaper to make it at home, and it's gonna be better, okay, because it's filled with love. That's it. This takes me back. The shrimp, I mean, it's like a delicacy. They are so tender, they almost melt in your mouth. I'm telling you, make this tonight. I hope you will give this comfort dish a place in your weekly rotation, and when you do, please tag me and let me know what dish you want me to make next. See you next time.